right, ladies and gentlemen, we're down to the last war of the season, War 12. We're going up against PΑLØ. This is a great war. I mean, it was a great season overall, but this is a really exciting war. We took it down to time, basically. Nerve-wracking till the end. Herc, Ghost, Quake bands, as you saw there. I did have 9 fights this war, but unfortunately my second to last fight, the Civil Warrior fight on Conflictor, didn't record, or actually forgot to record. I was at work, so I was kind of hurried to do my last set of fights, and apparently I just didn't record. And that's a bummer, because that was a sweet fight. I've taken him there before. This is my second time taking him on Conflictor, and it went swimmingly. But what are you gonna do? You know, make mistakes. Anywho, we're gonna get into it here. I've been rolling with this team, I think, for the last 3 wars. We have a lot of Nimrods now, so and plus Man-Thing here on 123A at the end of 123A. Doom's fantastic for him, and he works really well with my team. So I've just been running this team: Mr. Fantastic, Doom, and She-Hulk. So this first fight, 3A, Magneto, Skrull, Man-Thing. I wanted to use Mr. Fantastic for this fight because I think he works better than I mean, Doom's not gonna do great because he's metal, obviously. She-Hulk does well, but there's not really any real need to use her when Mr. Fantastic's better for this fight. He can stack Siphon, so Siphon pre-fights for any shock that I get inflicted on me. He's got the evasion, which is a safety net, and he's got that careful studying. Plus, it allows me to load up on pre-fights for the rest of the war. So yeah, Mr. Fantastic, and man, he was fantastic. Did great. Skrull, obviously I'm using She-Hulk. She's just meant for him, she in this fight especially. What is this? I always forget the name of this. Because I had 7 pre-fights here, I think that's what I had. I went ahead and placed all 3, I believe. And click, yeah. Just in case I slip up, and he throws the level 2, and I get some incinerate on me. And I knew that I wasn't going to need them for, or I wasn't going to need. I measured them out for the rest of my fights, so I knew that I could use 3 here and be fine. Power focus. God, I can never remember that. So power focus 2, just in case he throws that and I get incinerated. But he's not duped, so he doesn't have power gain. So my Petrify doesn't reverse any power gain at all. But it's nice to have. But yeah, this is a good fight. I actually whiff here with one of my heavies. The second part of the heavy lands, but the first one goes into a falter. Which, I real time in battle, you make this, there it is, right there. So like I whiff the falter, and then luckily the second one lands. But because his energy vulnerability debuff is actually a debuff, I think I finished this fight with a full yellow bar because I heal from it. He got close to a level 2 in this though with that power focus. But yeah, no, this is you just have to watch that falter, because best way to do it is trigger it right there, dash in as he's throwing level 1, and then basically evade or block it right here. Trigger the falter, and then go ahead and have it go on cooldown. Yeah, full yellow bar even with that little slip up. Man-Thing, Doom again. I had max serum science from last war, so I just kept it for those first 2 fights, and then I go and rotate those points right into max MD for Man-Thing here. Everything else stays the same. And I think I just roll with max MD for the rest of the war, since I didn't really need Serum Science, or could have put it back into Inequity, but just leave them where they are. So yeah, this Man-Thing, I mean, Doom is just cut out for this guy. He makes him look really, really simple. And man, there's just been so many different attackers used against this guy, and none of them have been like dominant, I don't think. I mean, Cable can do well. APOC, his specials are too long. Poison will build, potentially. But I think Doom, or maybe another Mystic, I mean, they allow that, you know, with Max MD, it allows these buffs to work for you. And he's got that power control, which is huge. You really do need that power control. And I suppose you could get away with no power control and just, you know, run invulnerability and just not get hit. And eat level 3, since his level 3 doesn't do anything, like no debuffs or stun or anything. Slipped out of that one, didn't ya? No big deal. Just stay cool, man, stay cool. There it is, drain that power. Back to level 2. I could have thrown it right there, but I was like, nah, I'll save it. Save it for the level 3. Oh yeah. This was a little longer than my previous two Doom versus Man-Thing fights. But I was trying to, you know, play calculated, keep composure and whatnot. And I guess the variable is the unstoppable. You just don't know how many of those you're going to get that actually proc. And then I just roast them. That's it. And these Mystic boosts, I went 200% and 12% Mystic. I was able to carry them over to Ebony Maw, because I did have Maw on Footloose. This is a sneaky rank 4 Penny Parker. I didn't realize this because I looked at this guy, scouted this guy's profile, and he has like 2 rank 4s in his profile. So I was like, okay, well, it's not Peni, but his other 2 showing, Namor and Sunspot, apparently are higher PI than a rank 4 Peni. So I was surprised, and I saw her PI on the map before I got here, and I was like, that might be a rank 4, but I kind of dismissed it. So this fight, yeah, White Max pre-fight. I actually learned this from DLL, Daddy Longlegs. Shout out to him, because, I mean, we could have sent a Magneto here, but timing, we would have had to wait, because I think he's like on the other side of the world. So I saw DLL take this with his rank 4, Mr. Fantastic, and I was like, well, I mean, that works. Now, this wasn't the cleanest fight, because I think what you need to do here is, so she auto blocks, yeah. So what you need to do is you need to hit 2 to 3 times within that passive parry stun from White Mags, because each time she would auto block, during that passive parry stun, she uses spider charges, I'm pretty sure. So like right here, you can see she consumes them. So you need to basically have her down to 0, I believe, when you throw that level 2. Because she auto blocked that first level 2. And she auto blocks another one. I think this one here. Yeah, no, maybe, no. One of these, I think I threw one more and she auto blocks that one. And I'm pretty sure she could have countered. As far as like the distance, maybe not, but I think she could have countered. See how her spider charges go down there while she's still in parry stun? It's because like her kit is basically, that's how it reads, is that whenever she would auto block, meaning like there's an attempt made, she consumes spider charges. See, boom. So pretty sure she could retaliate right there, and I think I got lucky both times, but I'm not sure. Don't think it would have killed me because she doesn't hit very hard, but it is a rank 4, so either way, yeah, that worked out, right? On to Ebony Maw here, Footloose. And then I had 5B with Professor X and Sasquatch. And the Professor X was also a rank 4, which I didn't expect. I don't even think I scoured the profile because I didn't think that was the case, you know? But both those takedowns were like so fluid. They went perfectly. Professor X took a little longer because you have to play around that falter, and it's also intercept, ebb and flow intercept, but it still went really well. Sassy went perfectly, like literally couldn't have gone any better. That'd be all. I think I actually spec small boosts for this since I still have my Mystic boosts. I was super confident about the fight, and he's a rank 4 Doom. All those things, I was like, nah, we're just gonna use 10%. I think I did a 10 green, 15 orange, and 15 red. It's all about keeping that stagger up, being able to just counter his heavy, dash in, shock, heavy, just keep the staggers up. Yup. I mean, this guy just falls. Man, the Doom, that rank 4 Doom, so sinister. And that was my first set of fights on day 1. And then all 4 of these fights I did at work, like quick like. Yeah, and it's a bummer that I wasn't able to record that Civil Warrior fight because it was a sweet fight. It went, you know, the first time I fought him there on Conflictor, I had a White Mag's pre-fight. It went well, and this time it went better. It was a little faster because it was more familiar. So getting this guy to follow was a little tricky. But you can, right there, as he's channeling, you can always dash in and basically start the cooldown on that falter. I've never had any issues with it. I mean, I'm sure it's possible that he comes out of channeling and like maybe pops you, but I've never encountered that, so I'll press until that happens. Another thing, I think it was against Sassy. No, it was Civil Warrior. It was Civil Warrior. I'm pretty sure it was Civil Warrior and Mangog. I think they both had max stand your ground, or at least 1 point or 2 points. I should say 1 point. I don't know how many exactly, but I did try to do some heavy spam against them, and both of them resisted that first hit of the heavy, and I was able to I had a special lock, so I was able to throw that level 1 as they tried to retaliate. Pretty sweet. Yeah, see, I can't get him to bait. Trying to get that intercept. No, I could have just blooded him down, you know. That good falter heavy. There we go. Straightening over. That's why I was holding that level 3. I didn't want to use the level 2 because without the incinerates sticking, the damage it's just okay. And you know, I figured he'd probably dash in under the incinerates, so. And then we just throw level 2 here and just roast him down. So even though it went a little longer, it still went really well. Definitely liked the way that fight went. And then Sassy, I roll in here. I think I roll in here, which is invulnerability, and I don't even glimpse the node because of how little time left I had on invulnerability. Switch my science over. I think I go into this fight with like 3 seconds left on that carryover invulnerability. This is cool here. Love this. Like, oh yeah, and this never fails. You know, you try to carry over a freaking gray boost and it just load lags. Like, bruh, get it together. Here we got 3 seconds. Ah! I mean, I don't think I get hit in this fight, but even still, I love that efficiency, you know? First intercept, I usually don't even go for it that early until I have a level 2 lock, but I was like, we're in a hurry. And then I was perfect distance to be able to counter at level 1, because it's all about that first distance. You want to be able to, too far away there, maybe, but not worth the risk. I think I do right here. Bait, right into it. Bomb. I mean, this guy just gets bruised. Look at this, bruised. Oh man, he just falls apart. Yeah, I think that was the fastest sassy takedown I've had in this game. Redonkulous. And then I go into Civil Warrior here, but damn, man. Back out, because that's how I roll. And then, yeah, totally didn't record the fight. Oh, it's a bummer. It's a bummer. Sorry, guys. That's on me. And I didn't even realize it at the time. Like, I'm like, you know, getting ready for this Mangog fight. I spec this, you know, level 1 boost, and I didn't even think anything of it. Like, oh yeah, it didn't even occur to me that I didn't record that fight. You guys have seen this. This is old hat here, but apparently this guy gets killed still. I think he got a kill. We had a death against him in another battle last war. I'm pretty sure, or the war before. So he does still get killed, and he's here every war, so he must get, you know, he must at least create planning headaches. I think right here I go for some spam, watch, resist, and then level 1, have him locked, and that's what I did against Civil Warrior 2, and I was like, damn, 2 in a row that happened to, you know, and that's why I press. Like, now I don't always have a level 1 loaded like that, but when I do, you know, I'm quick enough to, typically, I'm quick enough to react, you know, when I see him going for a counter hit, I just throw that level 1. But yeah, you know how this turns out. Wow, She-Hulk, we win. Yeah, but that was a rank 4 null too. These guys, man, they were loaded up on defense with some rank 4s. Assuming they're like a war-focused alliance. But here we have it, guys. Look at that. 6-6, and we ended up winning on time. I mean, damn. But overall, I mean, we had a great season. It was a lot of fun. All our guys did really well. We had a few bad wars, but overall, we just played really well. Had exactly the same amount of fights as last season. I went 80-1. 1 death. Last season, 81-0. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next season. Peace.